Hello guys, welcome to episode 5 of our Minecraft series. My name is Zane Ninja Go, and today we will finally be starting way on our pathway system. First, in order to do that, we need to collect up the necessary commodities needed for our project, mainly consisting of dirt and gravel. So let's see if we can find some of that in this cave. Here we go. Let's collect up this dirt. I already have quite a bit of dirt and gravel that I've been collecting in between episodes, but I figured let's spend another hour or so collecting up more dirt before starting way on our project. Yeah, I'll probably do this for another hour, and then I'll cut back to lay the groundwork on our path system. So yeah. Alright everybody, I've collected up all the dirt and gravel that we'll need for this project, and I thought now would be a good time to work on the bridge over there, to give us something to build this episode aside from the paths. And can you hear that guy down there? I can hear him. Those guys are driving me nuts, let me tell you. But yeah. The chest full of dirt and gravel is actually a spawn over there. So I'll show you that after the fact. I've collected up quite a bit. And I did get a new horse. I don't remember if I recall last episode how we were breeding up horses and trying to find the most desirable qualities. Well, we finally found him. This is our prize horse. He is a fairly good runner and has a 5-block vertical. You can't really see it, but take my word. As you can see, he only has 13 hearts out of the max 15 hearts, but it's to the point where I'm satisfied. Whoop. I feel really bad about that, actually. Anyway, yeah, now we're going to work on our bridge over here. I feel like I've been putting this off for a long time, so I'm going to get to it. I built a very similar bridge over there, closer to spawn and closer to the start of the path, but I'll show that off once the path is all done. And I'll ride my new prized horse down the path, I think, to break it in, sort of thing. And yeah, I'm just going to get to it. Okay, this is a little update to show you where I'm at with the bridge. You know, at first I thought crossing this river was a daunting task, but I got over it. And this is the sort of framework for the bridge. As you can see, it's very much unfinished. I'll get rid of this and replace it with some bricks. We should probably make this into packed mud bricks. And yeah, right now we're gonna add some archways or archways, whichever. We'll need some trapdoors, probably more than that, like this. And I opted for dark oak as it fit the forest better, obviously. And because I like dark oak, I think it's probably my favorite wood type, if not for spruce, which I also like quite a bit. Okay. Whoops. Okay. I'm gonna go through and finish up with this bridge. And we'll start on the path when I'm done. over there, way at spawn. Okay, here we are again. We're at the start of our path here, right by spawn. You can just see it over there. Hi, chicken. And you may have noticed I have already laid down the coarse dirt for the path. I know I said I was going to do it with you guys, but it was really tedious. You guys didn't really want to see that. And yeah, I thought I would just ride it along like I did last episode, but show you the result. And here's our bridge over here, the one that I mentioned previously. And I like this bridge quite a bit. I think it looks nice. It's unfinished on that side. I'll have to fix that later. But yeah. So over here, I left a bit open. We might add something there later. Not quite sure. And you may have also noticed this path over here, and really the whole path is kind of bland. It's just coarse dirt. And yeah, that's not well, I guess it was intentional, but in the future, I'll be adding in mud and mud bricks and all that to make it look a little bit nicer. We might refine this part where it's super windy. There's a bit at the end that's kind of tricky to navigate, but yeah, here's the other bridge. Wow. The other bridge that we built earlier. And I think it looks pretty nice. It's right by our house, of course, so we have to make it look good. And I like the fact that we can ride our boat underneath. Yeah. Come here, guy. Okay. Look at that. I like it already. Okay. Over here, yeah, I clip into that tree all the time, so I might change this up a bit. I do like the way it looks while walking, but on the horse it's a little bit hazardous. So, and yeah, we've made it back safe and sound. Our path worked great. So overall, I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, special thanks goes out to our trusty sidekick here, our horse. He doesn't have a name yet, but I'll try to think of something later on. And yeah, we're going to move on to the next project now. Alright, I actually just remembered I promised you guys last episode a trip to the Nether. So that's what we're going to be doing right now, is going over to this. Let me empty my inventory first, actually. We're going to be taking a trip over to the ruined portal over there and checking out the Nether, which is exciting, because I have yet to see the Nether. Which actually reminds me, speaking of, we've built a sort of church type build over on one of the islands over near spawn, which will house our spawn nether portal. So I may show you guys later. It's a pretty cool build. I helped build it alongside Blocky Ham. And okay, we're back. I got a little lost over there. Apparently it was kind of embarrassingly close to our base, but yeah, here's the portal. Not as much obsidian as I would have liked, but I brought my pick. So let's try to okay. This is a bit precarious, but I'm gonna try to nab this piece of obsidian. Wow, that took a long time. Okay. I'm gonna collect up the rest of this obsidian and meet you guys back at the house over there. Alright, we're back. We've gotten our 10 blocks of obsidian, finally, after a long time, and we're ready to go to the Nether. So normally I would make a 3x3 portal, but seeing as we only have 10 blocks, this is all we can afford. And we need a flint and steel. Let me just grab that real quick. Perfect. Yeah. And oh, those drowned. They drive me up a wall. Yeah. This is my first time seeing the spawn, so let's hope we get a good one. Wow. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. You know what? I think I like this spawn quite a bit. It's not what I was expecting really at all, but it's a warped forest, which is cool, and it's also kind of enclosed, which is nice. This is going to work well for what we'll be doing later on, which is a nether ice system, ice road system. Yeah. Wow, there's really no way to get around this. Okay. Let's try to mine through this wall and see if maybe this goes somewhere. Oh my goodness. Okay. We finally made it. After a while. This is the warped forest, I guess. It looks pretty nice. From where I'm at. Yeah, that's very pretty. I like this quite a bit. I believe this only houses Enderman, and that's it, I think, for mobs, which will be great because that means no hostile mobs really spawning here. Let's try to enclose this a bit. There we go. That's pretty. And yeah, I don't really want to do too much exploring right now. Let me just grab some warped mushrooms. Warped fungus, actually. Okay. And let's make our way back. Yeah, kind of a boring nether trip, but I just wanted to figure out where I was, really. That was the purpose of this trip, and we accomplished that. Yeah. As I mentioned just a second ago, we will be focusing on the Nether hub later on, and so because of that, we'll be making a lot of trips to the Nether in the future. All right, everybody, we've made it back home after a very mundane Nether trip, frankly. And yeah, I think this is where we're gonna wrap it up for today. We got our bridge done, we got our path done, and we took a trip to the Nether. We'll focus a lot more on the Nether in the future, as I said earlier. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed, as always. And thank you for watching. I don't know why I paused to shear my sheep, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. It really means a lot, and I hope you have a good day. Bye bye.